With the government shutdown now more than 3 weeks long, it is now the second longest in history. And we're joined now by Republican Oklahoma Senator James Lankford. Senator, thanks so much for coming back on the show. You've said again and again that Republicans want to get the government back open. Where do negotiations stand with Democrats right now?
Yeah, trying to be able to actually get folks to be able to move and to be able to actually talk to each other in a common sense way. And my Democratic colleagues are still looking for a fairly complicated health care fix that they want to be able to go through and try to debate and negotiate while the government shut down. Our response has been we've got people that are about to not receive SNAP benefits. We've got folks that are not being paid, about to hit their second paycheck, and they're wanting to be able to negotiate a complicated health care package. We're not going to do that. Let's get the government open. Let's do the exact same thing we did when President Biden was president. All 13 times we got to a moment even close to this, we kept the government open, we kept negotiating, but hold federal workers and SNAP beneficiaries harmless while we negotiated things.
Democratic Senator John Fetterman said on Tuesday that he would support Republicans using the so-called nuclear option to override the Senate filibuster to reopen the government. Is there any talk in your party of doing this?
No, there's not, actually. I would like to keep the filibuster where it is. These are moments when grown-ups should be able to sit down and be able to talk issues out, not try to be able to actually blow up the filibuster in the process. The filibuster is designed specifically for moments like this when the American people disagree on something, to get people that disagree into the same room and work it out rather than try to run over the top of each other.
We're learning the East Wing of the White House could be demolished by the weekend. Republican Senator Thom Tillis told ABC News today, we're talking about building a ballroom when we're trying to get the economy squared away. The timing is bad. Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, it's actually the facade on the outside of the East Wing, and the president and a group of donors are actually paying for it. So this is not about bad timing on this. This is something that's happened in the last 125 years. Multiple presidents have added on to the White House. The East Wing was added on. The West Wing was added on. We had a swimming pool added on at one point by FDR. Then JFK changed that over to the press operations. I mean, you've seen it. The building's been tacked on over the past 125 years, multiple times by multiple presidents. This president is also paying the bill, and a group of other folks are paying the bill. So even while there's a government shutdown, construction companies are still happening with private funds.
Oklahoma is, of course, a big beef-producing state, and cattle farmers across the heartland are concerned about a Trump plan to import beef from Argentina. Are you worried that this could impact farmers in your state?
I am concerned about that. So we've got all the folks that are the ranchers in my state that are handling beef. They would tell you firsthand American beef is the best beef in the world. That's why we work hard to be able to export it. The president worked very hard to be able to open up Australia and Japan and other places to increase American beef going in there, because the world wants American beef. We already buy some beef from Argentina. It's mostly ground beef that we get from them. Not dismissing Argentina, but Argentine beef is not going to solve all the price issues that we've got here, and they definitely won't meet the quality issues that we have for American beef. So I'm a big proponent of raising more American beef to solve America's issues.
As you know, President Trump is requesting that the Department of Justice pay him $230 million for past cases. The president's former lawyers are in top positions in the Justice Department at this point and may be involved in improving that payment. Last week, President Trump had this to say.
When I became president, I said, I'm sort of suing myself. I don't know, how do you settle the lawsuit? I'll say, give me X dollars, right? And I don't know what to do with the lawsuit. It's a great lawsuit, and now I won. It sort of looks bad. I'm suing myself, right?
More than just the optics, do you have any concerns about the DOJ possibly awarding the president $230 million in damages for past investigations into him?
Yeah, we got a long way to go on this investigation. It's a multi-year piece, but what the president started several years ago was to be able to get justice. As we have seen through these investigations that have come out from 2016, 2017, how the Department of Justice was weaponized against President Trump. There is zero doubt about that now, what was happening behind the scenes, that we see all this. The president's demanding justice. Now, he said he's going to donate this to charity and other things. I think the best thing that could happen is not have American tax dollars to be able to be transferred into this, but the president actually be able to speak out and to say he's finally gotten justice in the process. So I'm going to let the process play out and continue to be able to talk to the Department of Justice and to all the other folks around it to say, let's make sure justice is actually given, as it is for every single American citizen. But it is a unique thing, as the president said, to be suing himself, but also his team to be able to be responsible for what that payment might be as well. But absolutely, we need to make it very clear, DOJ should never be weaponized for political purposes.
Senator Lankford, as always, so appreciate your time. Thank you.
You bet. Good to see you again.